Hey, it's Heather here. I'm gonna shoot a video right now because I don't know what the fuck else to do. And I guess it's kind of like a crutch to make videos to a degree on one hand, but then again, it is a goal that I set for myself to make one video every day for a year. And even though I made a video earlier today, it was really short as shit. And it's like right now, I wish that there was one person that I knew that I could contact and just be like, hey, do me a favor. And then be like, what? And maybe like, tell me to not commit suicide. Just tell me to not commit suicide. Because everything about my life has told me to. My whole fucking life. My parents didn't want me around. I was a pain in the ass. Everything I did was wrong. It wasn't good enough. That's part of being a scapegoated child. Then you grow up and you get pregnant. Oh, there you go. Should have put a bullet in my head, because I got pregnant young. Oh, then I got pregnant by a drug addict. Yep, definitely should have killed myself. Oh, then he went to prison for 2 years. Yep, should have done it. Then I had the baby, and the baby was a girl, and that right there is seen as a pretty bad thing for most people, because everybody wants those bouncing baby boys. And why do they want those bouncing baby boys? Because men rule so much of the world. It's disgusting. Women have always been shunned and treated as less than. And it's like, okay, even the ones that accept that role, but it's like, oh, you're less than, but we're also gonna, put you through more shit because of it. How does that make any fucking sense? So anyways, I'm sitting here and I'm trying to watch TV, and the fucking dogs were barking. They were barking because the cat's a moron. Out on the porch every fucking night, wanting back in. He wouldn't even known where in technically was for as far as having a place to sleep inside. And he has 2 warm beds out there that he can curl up in. But he wants to come in because my grandmother made me bring him in the first week he was here before I moved in and everything. I'm so angry. I'm so angry at her. I'm so angry at my mom. I'm so angry at my dad. So angry with my sister. I'm even angry at my daughter. Not that much though, but still, I am angry with her. I am so angry at so many other people. I'm angry at Adam, which is my kid's dad. I'm angry at Casey, which is my ex-husband, what the fuck ever you want to call him. I'm angry with the guys I went to school with. I'm angry with the girls that I went to school with. I'm angry with the teachers that I went to school, and there's there for me. I'm angry with the counselors at school. Oh my God, am I fucking angry at the counselors at school. Especially when I got older. I only went and seen them a few times. But boy, they just shimmied my ass out their door and shut the door behind me. Kind of like, you can't hold all this shit in for years and then come and tell us about it. If you could hold it off for like 2 years, and ignore it, then why can't you do that now? Must be a lie. If God were to take me home right now, I would not be angry. I would be sad. And not so much even sad for myself anymore, Because I'm to the point, it's like, what dreams come true? What happiness does exist? When do I get to be selfish? Fully 100% selfish. But I would be sad for everybody else. I hate my heart sometimes. Or my kindness, if you will. I fucking hate it. I have it in me to be mean. I don't have it in me anymore to be strategic about anything, though, I don't think. Which I never had it in me to really do that. Because I was too busy using strategy to not better myself like most people. I had to use strategy to make sure that I stayed alive from one day to the next, or 1 week to the next. Whether due to my dad's beatings and threats of him killing me, or due to my own escapism thoughts of suicide. Hmm. I just called before starting this video the suicide prevention hotline, which is shit for anybody that calls it. It's a joke. God, is it? It's a cruel joke in this maze of shit. It's a cruel joke. You get put on hold. You get told that your recording or that your call may be recorded for quality. It's like, am I calling to make a fucking dentist appointment? or no, I'm calling to bail somebody out. Or I'm calling to pick up the dog to see if the dog is able to be picked up from the vet. You know, and you get this little bullshit music. And you get told to wait for the next possible person available. Oh my God. I'm lucky that I've never been dependent upon them to save me. At least not that far gone. in that way. Close, but not there yet. I've always looked for somebody that loves me or cares about me to just even say to me, you know, on a regular basis. And I don't mean like every day or every week or even every month, but like twice a year, I guess, you know, when I'm just so low. And I'm like, I reach out to people and I'm like, I'm gonna kill myself. Can I just have you tell me to not do it? And them actually care enough about me to say, yeah, don't do it. And then it's like, instead, I just get silence. They never say anything. Or they never even contact me back after I'm like, hey, I need your help. It's like, hey, I need to know that somebody values me. See, I didn't grow up with parents that were like, you're so smart. You're gonna do great things. You're gonna be somebody. You're gonna go somewhere. I love you no matter what. I'm here for you. And all that shit. There's a lot of people like that. But there's less of us and more of the ones that do get that. But I didn't. Instead, I got, you're so stupid. You don't understand. You're too dumb. And then even whenever, like, we were around other family, like, that died when I was little, that was like, that tried to be like, Heather, you're gonna go somewhere, you're gonna be somebody, you're gonna do great things, you know, or you're so smart, you know. And not to the point that it's like I have this big ego that I'm like, I'm a genius, but just to the point where, like, even if I was putting my shoes on the right feet when I was a little kid, they'd be like, you're so smart. And it always got cut down, you know, it always got, you know, from my mom or my dad. Oh, yeah, it took her forever to learn how to do that. You know, and stuff like that. And so, it's just a bunch of shit. It's like, Mike is the one that I've tried the most to, over the years. I think I've asked him like 5 times. I'm like, Mike, can you just tell me that you care about my life? And he can't. But I can't let him go completely, even though I fucking want to. Because everything inside of me says, that him being that way is just like major jerk points, like asshole, like he's a piece of shit for just ignoring me. And then I asked my sister's longtime boyfriend like twice. And like he would just start in with philosophies and shit. Because he just couldn't come out and say that, yeah, he valued my life. And in all honesty, the closest I got to a verbal thing was Jen, most recently. Told her, I was like, I'm gonna move down here, and I was like, and watch it. I was like, things are gonna get bad. I was like, because they just keep tearing me apart. And I was like, and that's all they know how to do. And I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna commit suicide. Granted, she'd been drinking, but it's whatever. And she was like, don't say that. Or no, I told her that I about did or something. I don't even fucking know anymore what the hell I said to her. And she said, don't do that to me. And even though that's kind of a little fucked up response, because it's like selfishness of her, don't do that to me. She said, I don't have enough ghosts following me. She said, I can't handle you doing that. She said, don't do that to me. But that's the nicest thing that anybody has said. My kid, that night that I put the belt around my neck and jerked it in front of her, but I wasn't in that emotional state. I was angry. I was just angry. And I was just trying to prove a point. The emotional turmoil wasn't attached. I said, is this what you want me to do? She said, no. Out of fear. And then she kind of snickered because she knows it's not really fear. And one time, when I was with her dad, me and him had been fighting. And I took this bottle of pills. And I didn't take them. I didn't take any of them. I just threatened to. Because I was tired of the bullshit. This was before I even got pregnant. I was tired of the bullshit. Because he was supposed to make my life happier, I mean, that's what you do when you're a couple. And instead he was making it worse. With his jealousy. Oh my God, he was so jealous of everything. He was probably even jealous of my damn dog. But I said, do you want me to kill my damn self? Is that what you want from me? And he said, no. And I remember I was like, okay, I won't. And then my mom come in and she's like, what you doing with that bottle? You need that damn bottle. Gave it to her. But, see, that's the thing is, it's like, people like me, it's like you're told, supposedly I'm a piece of shit, and I'm a pussy, and I'm a wimp, and I'm horrible, and I should go kill myself and all this because I'm crazy, and I battle depression, and depression is a mental thing that the brain and all this, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, you do try to go look for help. You really do. Some of us. And the ones that do, see, the people that have never experienced can't advocate for things as well as the people that have experienced. If I sit here and I go and I advocate for somebody that has a missing leg, yeah, I can pull in some people, I can get them some help or whatever and stuff, and find people and help build them a little community for them to talk and shit. But there's some of them that are just going to look at me, the leader, if you will, that are just going to go, nope, she don't know nothing about that shit. And see, even though I'm not one of those that does that for as far as like sitting here battling depression, if you will, I just think it's just a shitty circumstances in life and shitty people around me. But, for people that don't understand me, it's the best way to word it. Maybe I am retarded. I call them and I'm like, hey, help me. And instead I was supposed to say, okay, go out to your vehicle, open the door, climb in the car, stick the key in the ignition, turn the key, start the engine, put your foot on the brake, shift out of park, shift it into drive to my house. Like, you say help. you say help and nobody helps. You say talk to me and nobody talks to you. You say I need a favor and nobody asks what it is. Or in my case, the person says to you, they blatantly say to you, I'm gonna kill myself. And instead of saying the educated response, or the more appropriate, gentle response that was deserved of, no, please don't. Instead, you say jokingly, like a dumbass like me, you say, no, you ain't. You say, you won't do that. You ain't gonna do that. No, you won't. And then they do. I wrote this one person a few months ago, talking about him. And they said, wow, it's been that many years ago. And I was like, yeah. And they said, do you still remember all that about him? Because I guess I described him in such detail. And I was like, yeah, I do. I really do. Oh, God. But, anyways. So you sit here and you try to find the help that you supposedly need and all that. You can't. And then you try to, like, I don't know. It's like sometimes I think that if I get through this shit, that if I could find my break in this shit, if I could find the person when I need them in this shit, if I could finally reach out to somebody and them actually be there when I'm going through this shit, you know? And I'm like, hey, can you just tell me not to kill myself? Because I really need to hear that, because in my life I basically heard to kill myself all the time. So I'm trying to get somebody else's voice stuck in my head to help drown out the negative ones. But sometimes I think if I get past it, they'll be able to help people that need a link between the two different worlds of this shit. If I can survive it myself. Which, at this rate, I don't know. It's like I have on repeat my dad and my grandmother and my aunts and my cousins and my sister and my mom, and all the times that they shunned me and criticized me and cut me down and degraded me and laughed at me and made fun of me and treated me like I was stupid, and all the name calling and all the rude things said constantly. That's the reason I always made it a point to say good things to my kid. And used to, I got good things back from her. Used to, I just tell her I loved her. And that I thought she was the best kid. And, you know, that she was beautiful and sweet and kind. I used to tease her and say she's my favorite. Because she knew she's the only one. And occasionally, for like every 1,000 compliment I'd give her, I might get a, you know, like, I love you back, or you're a good mom. Or sometimes on occasion when she got older, you know, that I was a good mom and she knew I was trying. But now I don't get anything from her because they stole her. And now I can only imagine that she's there with them. That I'm horrible and I'm lazy and I'm stupid and I'm a bad mom and I'm They're so cool. But it's like, I just want to meet people that do like me and can come around me and be like, you're smart and you're nice and you're kind and you do deserve to be mad or sad or hurt or upset and angry. And you're not a bad person because you're mad or angry. And you are a good person. Because no matter how much I sit here and try to do that for myself, and I've never lived anywhere that I can be like I don't know what it is, but it's like a movie about this Miss America that gets pregnant, has a kid, and gives her kid to her friend to raise because she wants to be a Miss America, and her family's just as shitty as mine, and she writes all these things in her room and stuff and posts them up, and it's like, you're pretty, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're gonna make it, all these positive affirmations. And I got the idea from that when I was young, because I used to watch that movie every year. It'd come on, and I don't know how many times I sat there and cried. And I used to think, I'm gonna get my own place if I can't do it here. And they always make fun of me. And they did. Oh God, did they? My dad. Oh fuck, my dad. Oh, he needs his dick chopped off and fed to him. My dad, I'd sit there and he'd be like, what are you doing? Why are you so happy? Or why are you all dressed up? Or what are you so happy about? Or something like that. And say I came in from school and say I got A on my test, I'd be like, I got all A's this semester, or this grading period, or this progress report, or whatever, I'll be happy about something, And he'd just be like, well, that don't mean shit. And just cut down everything. Everything. And so I thought, one day I'm going to move out and I'm going to be able to, put paper up everywhere, positive affirmations. And I wrote this poem, as a matter of fact, when I was living in my apartment. I wrote it on the wall with pencil because it's erasable. And my landlord made fun of me for it. Because she don't understand, because she's a bitch. And I say that very simply right now, because right now I'm so angry and I realize I have every fucking right to be mad at her. Because she would be mad at me if I did the same shit to her. If she wrote on a wall that could be erased off with a fucking pencil eraser in a place that I was allowing her to rent.
And I walked in and I made fun of her and I teased her for it. And not only did I tease her for it, but I told people about it. And we all teased her about it. She would definitely call me a bitch. There's not a doubt in my fucking mind that says that she's better than me and above calling me names. As a matter of fact, I got a video recording of her calling me a pain in her ass. Nice voicemail. But, I used to think I could do that. I got to thinking about that even today when I was in the tub. I thought, I wonder if the bathroom can be mine, just mine, but I know it can't. I know if I go in there and I put little stickers all over the wall that say positive things that'll help them to stick in my mind, somebody will come, somebody will laugh, somebody will say something. Somebody will take away my sanctuary that I'm trying to build for my mind's sake. And so that's the reason it's like, I would adore to find fucking people that can just say positive things to me that they actually believe in. I don't want to force them and be like, hey, I'm sad and I'm lonely and I battle depression and feel sorry for me and have pity on me and tell me that you think that I'm nice even though you may not think that I am. No, fuck that shit. You don't think I'm nice? Get the fuck away from me. But it's like the stories you hear about, and you got the kids that went to school and they all got that paper, and the paper didn't do shit for me. But the paper that everybody's like, write down what you like about each other, So in the center of the paper is your name, and you have to pass your paper around to everybody in the classroom. They have to write something that they like about you. Concluding I've been sexually abused, I don't like to hear that I have pretty lips and pretty eyes and that my face is pretty, or my chubby cheeks are pretty, or I have pretty hair, or physical shit. I don't like to hear that. And then I don't like to hear the same shit on repeat, which is you're kind, you're kind, you're kind. Because I know what comes along with kind. There's always the backhandedness of it, which is if you're kind, then you're naive and stupid. And so it's very hard for me to take a compliment. But I would love somebody to be able to tell me that they want me to live when I'm trying to find somebody to tell me that. But I always end up having to pull my ass up by the bootstraps and tell myself, no, Heather, live. And then I'll look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, why? And I'm like, just to die? And then the cycle begins again. And here I go, feeling okay and feeling great and back and forth and this and that and trying and trying and trying and trying and trying and trying. Trying to find this way, trying to find that way, trying to find sanctuary, if you will, trying to find people that are going to say the positive things to me, trying to find people that are going to be supportive. I can't even find somebody to be supportive that even if I was to go in here and say, write on 5 sheets of paper something positive about myself and hang it up and say my grandmother did come back and they laughed about it, or my aunt came back and they just laughed and hee-hawed about it like they would, what does she think that means? Oh, look at her. Oh, she's a cocky little bitch now. She thinks she's smart. She thinks she's, and all the shit that my fucked up family does. God, they're so fucked up. I hate them all. They just need to get in a line of fucking each other and all die. Every damn one of them. Makes me want to vomit even saying that. But anyways, so it'd be nice to have a friend to call and be like, cry, be upset and be like, they made fun of me for it. And my friend just always be able to be strong for me on that aspect and be like, and even if I call them every week, every day for a month, then be strong for me every day for a month and just be like, you know what, Heather, fuck them. Fuck what they say. Fuck their opinions. No luck yet. And then, hi EJ. Thanks for liking the video with Evie. I about said Salem again. I don't know why I keep thinking of Salem. Why are you doing this, EJ? Why are you doing this? You won't talk to me. You'll watch my videos, or at least the ones of my cat. You'll go to your DeviantArt page, and you'll put something in the cat folder that mimics what the fuck's going on with me. But you won't talk to me. You're being narcissistic. You're wanting control over my feelings. From the looks of it, you're wanting to hurt my feelings. Which really sucks for me. Because I really have cared about you, whether you believe it or not. So I'm sitting here tonight, and I'm numb to everything, I guess. And I'm just trying to go through the motions. Same shit, different day. And now I'm back to the point of ignoring anything except for questions that comes out of anybody's mouth. And being some smug little cocky asshole acting like a 12-year-old because I don't know what else to do other than to go and run away and just literally just not even take anything and just go walking, disappear, maybe get hit by a truck and die, or go and allow myself to be prostituted out for as long as my body could take until somebody killed me, because more than likely that's what would happen. Because eventually I'd get fed up, not say something, I'd get myself fucking killed. Or, I don't know, go and be angry, allow myself to be angry. But the thing is I'm so angry. The anger thing is kind of stemming from this, but sitting there tonight, and one of the movies that I saved to watch that I've seen bits and pieces of but never watched before because it has scenes in it and sexual scenes, and so anytime it was on during all these years, and my kid was born probably about the time it was put on regular cable TV, but I watched Dogville. If you haven't watched that movie with Nicole Kidman, I recommend it. But she goes to this sweet little town, and this is the thing where people have always, been like, Heather, why do you want to move? And I'm like, so things are better. And they're like, things aren't better anywhere. But, so this girl, she's like a mobster's daughter. And, I guess they get into it and he about shoots her or whatever or something. But anyways, because I didn't catch the first of it. But she goes to this town and people are fair, supposedly, with her. And then they start treating her like shit. And then you just have to watch the rest. But, basically, she sees her dad at the end. And her dad's actually a decent guy to his kid, I guess, to a degree. Oh, and they get in a fight about arrogance, which I thought was funny, concluding I'm a Leo, and supposedly I'm arrogant. And so I seen from that point of view how I might come across as arrogant to some people in that argument. But, anyways, it's basically you've got to set the standard for how people treat you. You've got to stop being so kind. You've got to stop being so nice. You've got to stop letting people slide and get away with the way that they treat you and stand up for yourself and all this. And after seeing that, I just wanted to go in there and I wanted to break every breakable anything in that goddamn living room. Have my grandmother wake up and be like, what the fuck are you doing? Just be like, I'm mad. And then her be like, why? And I'll be like, 'cause you said you was moving out and you ain't fucking doing it. And you haven't fucking did it. You're a fucking liar. And just going off on her. And then whenever she's like, don't be throwing stuff and breaking stuff, I'll be like, your son did it for how many years and you defended him? He said, well, he's just mad. Well, he didn't break that much stuff. And I'll be like, well, I'm more angry than he's ever been. Luckily, I have some pretty damn good self-control, even though EJ may beg to differ. Yet, still. Or should I say lie? And then even at that, it's like, how mad should I be at EJ? Because EJ is trying to make me come across like I'm a horrible person, or at least that's what she was trying to do. I slept on the couch. I'm sorry that I wrote you, EJ, if you see this. And I was like, oh, you have nothing to worry about, even though I am crushing on you. I wrote you that. But when I wrote you that night, and I said, please come over and see me, and you did. I'm a very precise person, usually, when I ask for what I want. And you came over. And then I was expecting you to leave. I was expecting a goodbye hug and you to leave. Instead, you grabbed my arm, you grabbed my hand, you tugged at me, and you said, "Come on." And so I did. And yes, I made a choice I didn't regret making. Until you made me regret making it. You made me hate myself. So maybe you shouldn't talk to me. Because maybe you're not a friend of mine. But I really hope you are. I really hope you are a friend of mine, and I hope you start acting like one. See, that's one thing. It's one thing about guys especially, but still that's one thing. Everybody loves to feel needed. And while I get sometimes you don't, but sometimes it's nice. And believe me, I really get that sometimes you don't want to be needed. Because I've been a single mom. There's days when they're little that you're just like, would this kid just stop touching me? Because they want you to carry them everywhere. And you're just like, God, it's just 5 minutes without a hand around my thigh or my leg tugging at me. Just a moment without physical contact. But in any aspect, physical or not, they say that it's supposed to be nice to be needed. And I agree that it is. And that's one thing that my parents took from me. God, they should just fucking die, my parents. I hate them. I hate them so much. My daughter needed me every day. She needed me. And it was obvious because she was home. It was obvious. And it wasn't something I had to beg for. Beg for somebody to need me. I'm not the boss of anybody. I have no control over anybody else except for myself. But idiots need to understand when they cause circumstances that affect others. I'm supposed to be a moron, but yet I understand the ripple effect. I understand it so much and so bad and so deeply that that's the reason when I sit here and I say bad shit about my parents, I'm like, oh fuck. I shouldn't have said that. Oh fuck. That's not right. Oh fuck. That's probably gonna come back on me. Oh fuck. But concluding all the shit that they said to me, I don't know how that goes in their case. When the parent calls the child a piece of shit and starts it. When the parent, looks at their baby and they're like, fucking hell, the day their kid's born, And that reaction, when does that reaction come back to the parent? When does it come back tenfold that way? I don't know. Maybe I just need to cry a lot. I don't know. I get tired of crying alone. I'm still so fucking nice inside. It's ridiculous. I hate myself for it. I try not to. I just need a good hug, I guess. It's one thing I read up about me being an empath. Supposedly, if you're an empath, if you're an actual empath, if that does exist, you need a hug every day. Yeah, you do. I used to get them for my kid all the time, every morning. Every fucking morning. Get a hug from my baby. Now, the dog curls up on me. Her dog, my daughter's dog, that about grieved herself to death after my daughter was taken. This life, it's shit because people are selfish, greedy, idiotic morons. And me letting people get away with shit is me being a moron. And I know that. Yet, unlike the girl in the fucking movie, Dogville, I don't have nobody backing me. I don't have no team. I don't have nobody supporting me. My voice is little. My voice is little. Right about now, I feel like it only rests on the ears of corpses. But in that, it transcends to heaven and the afterlife. Maybe somebody will watch this. Maybe somebody will hear it. Maybe somebody will understand. In Jesus' name, I hope so. I really do. I'll let you go. I'll catch you later. Take care. Bye.